Elliot Page needs to burn some Elliot sage so she can get out some Elliot rage. I didn't think this situation could get any worse, but she just won't shut her frickin' mouth. Let's get off into this, dude.
Oh dear, if it's not one thing, it's another. No sooner has Hollywood weathered the absolute storm that blew up around Supergirl, causing irreparable damage to female-led superhero movies and probably James Gunn's career, than another tempest looms on the horizon. And I'm not talking about the kind that this Galadriel cosplayer was banging on about.
There's a tempest in me.
I'll show you a tempest.
I mean another potentially devastating audience backlash, this time against Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. It's a film that's already had its share of controversies and criticisms, everything from the postmodern feminist translation of the source text to the cinematography, costumes, historical authenticity, look and feel, and worst of all, the casting.
And I heard Christopher Nolan really only did this DEI casting because he wants to win an Oscar. Apparently that's in the rubric to win an Oscar.
Not be quelled by you, Regent.
Not only is it a movie based on an ancient Greek legend with no actual Greek people in it, but well, the people they actually did cast were questionable at best. And holy shit, did people make their feelings known. At the time of making this video, the latest countdown trailer is sitting at 48,000 likes and 213,000 dislikes.
Yeah.
God only knows what it'll be like by the time you're watching this video. Either way though, that is fucking brutal, man. I've never seen anything like this on a Christopher Nolan movie. Make no mistake, this is more than just a few curmudgeons on the internet fighting a culture war. This is a mainstream, widespread backlash against this movie. This is the kind of shitstorm I haven't seen since Snow White.
It's Hollywood, baby.
And it's interesting to compare this to the backlash against Supergirl, because in some ways, I can see the parallels between the perception of the two films.
Dude, Supergirl went straight to Amazon Prime, bro. I was scrolling on there the other day and I saw Millie Alcox, should be Millie Alvag, straight on Amazon Prime or whatever. It might have been Hulu, I can't remember, but I was like, man, that one didn't last in the theaters, did it?
That doesn't make sense.
Now stick with me here because I am going someplace with this. Supergirl had the bad luck of landing right at the intersection of three major problems in modern entertainment. 1. Superhero fatigue. 2. Girl boss fatigue. And 3. James Gunn fatigue.
Am I the only one that reads fatigue like fatigue? I don't know.
All of those factors combined together to sour people's anticipation for the film before it even released, because us humans are pretty good at pattern recognition, and let's be honest here, we've had a pretty bad run of female-led superhero movies and TV shows over the past 5 years, and we've had an even worse run of James Gunn-led projects. Keep serving up shit food at your restaurant and guess what? People are going to start complaining and then they're going to stop showing up. But the Odyssey might be walking right into its own little intersection of stuff that people are getting increasingly pissed off about. For example, 1. Race swap fatigue. 2. Gender ideology fatigue. And 3. Zendaya fatigue.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a thou wow. Zendaya is in every freaking movie, dude. She's in Dune. She's in Spider, dude. She's in the Odyssey. I'm like, is there anything she's not in? I'm like, whose poll is she writing to get every major big Hollywood movie in there? She's the cat. I'm like, how?
Let's start with the first one because, well, it's first. Now, you don't need me to tell you that there's been a frustrating rise in the race swapping of established characters and in some cases, actual historical figures in recent years. And of course, it only ever goes in one direction. There's this
know what, chat, put one in the chat if you agree. We need Mel Gibson to make the Odyssey. It'd be brutal then.
Assumption that every other culture, race and ethnic group in the world are entitled to their own unique stories, history and identity, and it all has to be carefully fenced off, protected and respected. Whereas anything created by white Europeans is treated like some generic all-you-can-eat buffet that everyone's allowed to stick their hands into. Black female Vikings? Sure, why not? An Asian Isaac Newton? Of course. An English Tudor queen who's somehow African? It just makes sense.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Well, no, actually, it doesn't. And you know what? I think people are getting a bit sick of this shit. They're getting sick of being written out of their own cultural heritage and even their own history. They're getting sick of being labelled racist just for pointing out something that's provably, verifiably bullshit. And they're getting sick of being expected to just shut up and accept it. Which is why the casting of Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, one of the most iconically beautiful women in all of literature, hit a bit of a sore spot for a lot of people and probably came at the worst possible time. Now, personally, I like Lupita Nyong'o. I think she's a talented actress, but...
No, she's a great actress, but not for Helen of Troy.
Come on, man. There's no fucking way you're convincing me or anyone else that she was the right person to play this role.
It's an act of
He did it because he wants to win an Oscar, bro. That's why.
lunacy.
That's right, Sean Connery. It is. You know what's also an act of lunacy? Casting Elliot Page in this movie, which brings me neatly along to my second issue in the unholy trifecta. Gender ideology. Now, we all know that Elliot Page recently transitioned from female to male, and that's fine by me. I hope he's living his best life now and that he's happy and fulfilled. But it does create a bit of a problem when it comes to casting, because Elliot Page is 5'1" and weighs about 90 pounds soaking wet. He makes Millie Alcock look positively statuesque.
Oh my God, Elliot Page. I got some other clips. I don't even know if I've played these. I've seen these, but I don't know if I've played these. These are ridiculous.
It's a nature documentary that explores how, what we were taught in biology class in terms of, this gender and sex being this really binary thing in nature.
You mean science and the truth?
Men being the dominant, violent, aggressive ones, women being inferior and submissive and what have you. And just literally none of it's true.
It's not true. It's ignorant.
It's a quaint little myth. Nature's so expansive. I
dare you to fight a UFC fighter at your same weight. I dare you to. You think men aren't more aggressive and violent? Fight a guy who's 100 pounds that's in the UFC. You would get demolished.
Binary, it just doesn't exist. Gender, sex, it's a spectrum. And this documentary goes into all of this. And
not everything's a spectrum, dude. Some things are black and white, and I think that's okay.
System is, however we'd say that, is, I feel, used against queer and trans people in terms of us being made to seem maladaptive. There's something wrong with us. We're
not real. We're fake.
Or we're some modern thing, which is, of course, we know that's not true. We've been,
It's crazy. Nothing that you believe can be. This is what I find so funny. Nothing that they believe can ever be attacked, because if you do, you're just a bigot, right? But anything that we believe is open to scrutiny. Isn't that funny?
And no amount of shadowboxing videos is going to change that. Notice how they put him next to the smallest man they could possibly find to try and make him look bigger? Well, your Jedi mind tricks won't work on me, son. Anyway, he's playing a Greek soldier named Sinon, who was never actually mentioned in the Odyssey or even the Iliad, but who cares at this point because we're just winging this shit. But how? What the fuck is he supposed to fight against? His own armor probably weighs more than he does. The moment he's on screen amongst other men, he's gonna look like a small, malnourished child playing at soldiers. Believing this kind of crap requires the same kind of mental gymnastics that allows 5'3" Scarlett Johansson to beat up a room full of men twice her size. Yeah. Again, it's something we've all had to collectively suffer through for like a decade now. This notion that men and women's fighting potential is even vaguely comparable, and well, nobody buys it anymore, man. Especially in a movie made by Mr. Ultra Serious Christopher Nolan. This isn't some cheesy action flick or a dumb superhero movie where believability sits firmly on the back burner.
Right, I think The Dark Knight, when he directed that, had more historically accurate lore than this does. And this is a very popular story. The Dark Knight's like Batman, it's a comic.
This is meant to be a grounded, realistically portrayed narrative, and it looks ridiculous. The third issue is a less prominent one, but I do get the feeling it's becoming more prevalent as time goes on, and the best way I can describe it really is Zendaya fatigue. Right now it just feels like the girl is fucking everywhere. Not only is she in 4 separate high-profile movies this year alone, plus Euphoria on TV, but she also seems to be getting lavished with so much news coverage and fake praise that it's becoming exhausting. Again, much like Lupita Nyong'o, I've got
She's turning into the Dwayne Johnson or the Kevin Hart of the industry. When they're in everything, you're just like, this is too much.
Nothing against her on a personal level. She seems pleasant enough and she usually comes across well in interviews. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the perpetually confused scowl that seems to pass for her acting style, but maybe that's just a personal thing. The point though is that her rise to fame just feels astroturfed. She feels like an actress that's popular because someone in Hollywood decided she was going to be popular, and not because there was this huge swell of fan support for her. She's like a mid-card wrestler suddenly given a main event push because the bookers want to see if they've got headliner potential. Sometimes it works, but most of the time they fizzle out after a few
her acting is alright. It's okay. I think Margot Robbie's a much better actress than she is.
years, and well, I've got a feeling I know which way she's gonna go. Now, if I was casting the Greek goddess Athena, I'd be looking for an actress with an insane level of charisma, screen presence, and gravitas, not to mention acting range, and unless there's something about her that I've somehow missed over the years, I just don't see any of those qualities in Zendaya. No. I think she's gonna have to dig real deep for this one, only to discover she doesn't have a big enough shovel. Ultimately though, maybe this backlash, for all its noise, is just confined to the internet, and the normies out there couldn't give a shit about any of these casting controversies. I mean, Christopher Nolan is one of the few star directors out there who can sell tickets on his name alone, so I definitely wouldn't count him out with this one. Is it gonna reach Oppenheimer levels of success?
I think it already has. I think this movie's crushed. Let me look at it. The Odyssey. I think this movie's already done extremely well, I believe. Let's pull up the Wikipedia. Let's wiki that stuff, dude. Budget, $250 million. Box office, $912 million. Bro, they're killing. He's killing already. God, dark mode, come on. He's crushing already. With an estimated budget of $250 million, it's one of the most expensive films of Nolan's career. His first feature film to be shot entirely on IMAX's 70mm film cameras. I feel like you could just watch this on a Nintendo DS. It's grossed $912 million worldwide, becoming the 5th highest grossing film of 2026. Yet we got people out there starving. This is what's so crazy to me, dude. Like, these movies make so much money and they have such fat budgets. We're spending $250 million on people to play pretend. We got people, we got veterans on disability. We got veterans starving. We got homeless veterans, but we're spending $250 million on a movie. I just think our priorities are so jacked up, dude. I just think this is so odd that we're spending this much money and then Elliot Page is getting paid. Who knows how much she got paid? Let's see how much she got paid. How much did Elliot Page get paid for the Odyssey? Oh my God. She got paid $1 million. She got paid $1 million for that. That's $83,000 a month. $83,000 a month. That's like $3,000 a day. And who knows how long they shot this? Maybe they shot it for a couple months. She's making 10, 15, 20 bands a day. This is insane. This is insane that she made this much money. And these budgets are crazy. And for it to not even be historically accurate is wild work. And the weirdest cast too. Like John Leguizamo. I'm gonna be honest. Do y'all remember John Leguizamo in The Pest? I think that was the name of that movie. We getting off in a tangent here, buddy. Y'all remember this movie? The Pest with John Leguizamo. This was my first interaction with John Leguizamo. He, in my opinion, he's kind of around there with like Rob Schneider, except I really like Rob Schneider. But they're both kind of like that annoying small character, you know? And I remember, I think it was John Leguizamo was in the original Spawn, the Spawn movie. Y'all remember Spawn? Ooh, we going down a crazy rabbit hole. I think that was him, right? Yeah, John Leguizamo. He was this guy. Bro, the original Spawn movie was crazy with Michael Jai White. Oh man. That was a superhero movie, was it not? I believe it was. Hell, Spawn. And I don't know about you guys, one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Let me know y'all's in the chat. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite superhero movie. My favorite one of all time, dude, is Blade. The original first Blade. Oh my God, it's wetty like spaghetti, dude. It's so freaking good. It's so freaking good. Like, if you've never seen Spawn, Spawn is one of those movies that I owned on DVD and would just watch it just because I wanted to watch it again. I would just watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it. I just, like, it was such a good movie. It was such a good movie. Going back to Elliot Page talking about, you know, in the wild, men aren't more aggressive. You're telling me, Elliot, that you got a man who's 6'6" and Swedish watching after you. He looks like he's big and aggressive. You look like you're dressed in a brown bag from Sonic, like you got a, like, you know, like it's a brown bag burger week on Wednesdays. And like, look at just some of the counterparts she's standing next to, bro. Even the women she's standing next to. She's tiny. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Like, everything doesn't need to be about gender and all this wokeness.
My message to my younger self would just be
don't do it. Don't do it. Stick to yourself.
Be like, you know who you are, you know, and please embrace that. I feel, for me, I understood my truth.
Stupid. This is my whole thing, dude. My truth. There's the truth and not the truth. You can't have your own personal truth, dude.
I felt it very strongly, and it was all of these external forces and noises that pushed and pulled and made me sort of lose track of who I was. And
see, at least she's probably right about that. You let other people tell you how you should feel about yourself, and that was your biggest first mistake, dude. External forces telling you what to believe and brainwashing you, and when you live in a state of privilege and you can do whatever you want, and really you don't have problems of, oh, I can't afford a meal today. Oh, I can't afford this. Your problems are, how do I feel about my gender? That's why struggle is part of the process, dude.
And so I guess to my younger self, I'd say, that discomfort and that pain you're feeling, that is not yours, that is theirs.
I love it. Your pain is somebody else's responsibility. You have to love this.
And to just keep going on the journey of embracing who you truly are. And
Elliot, you're a woman.
That's what's going to lead you to happiness.
Yeah, you don't look that happy, Elliot. I'm going to keep it a buck. There's a meme out there that's like, what is it? Ellen Page as a woman and then as a man. It was like, let's see if I can't find it. Her name's Elliot Page or Ellen Page? Here we go. I think about it. Why are they always on Facebook? 33 years as a woman, 3 years as a man. Trust me, dude. Being a man is not as cool as you think it is. It's not that awesome, dude. It's all right, but people don't really care about what you got going on when you're a man. Put a one in the chat if you agree. People don't care about your problems near as much as you think they do. People don't care about what you're going through. They're your problems. Nobody's coming to save you. At least as a woman, you got a little bit of a parachute. They're going to come save you. Ain't nobody saving you when you're a man, man. When you're a man. All right, let's get into yesterday's video. Let's do woman's greedy date plan backfires. Let's do this one. Hodacity meter. Oh my God, that is good. They're not trying to find a relationship. They're trying to find a dad. I'm telling you. One time, me and my boys were hanging out. One dude brought his female cousin and her friends over. We basically paired up, but the one I was supposed to be chatting up with wouldn't say 2 words to me. We all went to the movies. Every guy paid for every girl's ticket. When I got to the window, I paid for my ticket and sidestepped. The women were shocked and mad, but I didn't care. She wouldn't even hold a basic conversation with me, so I refused to pay for her ticket. What a king. What a king, dude. What a freaking king, bro. Stop taking women to meals for the first date. They need to earn that. If we not hitting, we splitting. Ship it a should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. I actually had a woman in Manila turn up on a date once. I invited her for drinks and only, not dinner. When she arrived, she did not speak any English, which is very rare for the Philippines. Then proceeded to order food, expecting me to pay, even though she'd been using a translator app to talk to me online and could not string a single sentence together when I met her. I just told the staff, all of whom spoke English, to cancel her order unless she can pay for it, and then I left and waved goodbye. Wow. Jack and Jill went up the hill with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. More like built, Ford scuffed. No playing games, no payment. 3, responsible, accountable. I swear the first girl's eyes went opposite directions more than once. Oh my God. I'm married, but if I was dating, I wouldn't be paying to feed someone who isn't giving me. A first date is an interview. So it's drinks, coffee, something low investment where we can leave if we're not interested in it. Here's my whole thing, dude. The first date is just a ticket to the dance. Your personality, who you are as a person, how well you can hold a conversation is what's going to get you a date afterwards. Your looks is what gets you a ticket to the dance, but your personality is what gets you a date afterwards. Got me rolling, these ladies. 50-50, everyone should pay their own stuff. I still don't understand why women wear head diapers. Oh my God. You can't be the prize when you're born with your value. Factoids, bro. You can't. How can you be the prize when you're born with value? You have to earn a trophy. You can't just be given a trophy. Women have participation trophies. Drop the neck. Bow, bow. Why would I pay for her to ruin my life when peace costs nothing? I don't think they realize how far above them we are. My wife knew she had to earn me, and that's why she gets to be taken care of for the rest of her life. I get a kick out of of what these girls think they deserve as a date, not as a steady girlfriend or a wife. Decades ago, a first date was a movie, a cup of coffee, and lunch, maybe bowling. I always washed and set my own hair and did my own nails, still do. Oh, and I was always fully dressed and respectable looking. Boy, I'm glad I'm not young anymore. If he paying, he's slaying. That's good. If her daddy never made her pay, does she treat her man with the same respect as her daddy? The third one is they'll never admit to being wrong. Oh yeah, thank you guys. I knew there was a third one I had in my head. If they don't want to hang out with you wherever and just literally get to know you, then it's trash. Tell a girl, however much money I notice you spend on my birthday is what I'm spending on yours. When two people are in a relationship and one calls the other bro, that's a sign that it's doomed to fail. SpongeBob, I'm broke, ugly, and proud. The ghoul 7 minutes in. Third is accountability. Man, the face on the dog, dude. Yeah, dude. A table of 4 doesn't even cost what these dates cost. Dude, I'm telling you, some of these dates are so expensive. Cass and I go out sometimes, and I'm just like, brother, dude. These dates are so expensive. It's $100 to go out. $100. So expensive. It's crazy. In this economy, feels like, are we in a recession right now? Are we in a recession? No, we're not in the official recession. Dude, it feels like it, bro. Are we headed for it? It feels like it. Everything's so expensive. People ain't making as much money. People struggling. It's a crazy time.
What a good boy.
Sit. Wait. Shake. Wait. Free. Go to your place. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.